This week's episode of the Good Dude Podcast is brought to you by Embrace Jiu-Jitsu, Hidden House Coffee, and Next Gen Peptides.
I had one when I was signed to Believed.
Okay.
And we were killing it. It was called like The First Shot. It was like a wrestling podcast. Me and my boy Chase Payne. We killed it. Like we did NCAA like live breakdown, stuff like that. Like it was
sick.
It was cool.
That is pretty
cool. Me and him just got fucking busy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he lives in Nevada. I live here. And then like, yeah, man, careers taking off, stuff like that. We're both blowing up. And I'm like, fuck, dude, it's getting too busy. I'm like, yeah.
Podcasting is like,
it's work.
It takes a lot.
Bro, it's work. Content is fucking work.
Yeah.
It's all fucking work. People don't fucking realize it.
No.
Like,
Well, and like I said, I feel guilty because I don't help him with any of that. Like, but even just I try to be as active like with getting guests for us.
Here's the big thing.
Yeah.
I think he's enjoys it.
I do.
right?
Yeah. I do. But just like you said, it's work. So like he has the coffee shops. I have a full-time job plus
Yep.
my kid. I have 3 kids too, and
I love content.
It's awesome, though.
I love content too because like my like the whole branding, everything. Like I had a lot of people behind it, but it's just me. But I also like I enjoy it and love it because a lot of my brand is helping kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I think everybody nowadays was like, it was a trip, bro. Like, I grew up like broke as shit. So getting cable is like everything. And I think everybody has their own TV station nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what do you want that to look like? Like, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm like really big into it. Like branding, this.
Yeah.
Like, I think every story can be like an ad commercial. Like, you know, like it's,
100%.
I'm into it. I enjoy it, you know?
Let's just get it back into that since you just went to it.
Yeah,
like,
it's
tell us
cool.
about yourself.
yeah, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
We didn't even intro you.
No, it's fine. I'll throw it in later on.
No, you just do it now.
No, you
You got it. We do this every time. Jordan always does the intros, and then sometimes he'll like throw a curveball at me. He's like, "No, you're doing it." I'm like,
We stopped
No,
doing
bro.
intros like
That's actually pretty
2
true,
months
too.
ago.
"All right, well,
I'll give it the intro.
Yeah,
there we
Want me to
go.
do the intro?
Yeah.
All right. What's up? What's up, everybody? over at Good Dudes, right? So, what's up, man? I'm Ian Butler, Bellator fucking fighter, one of the best grapplers in the world. Grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. Moved to Cali, SoCal to San Diego. Mom wanted a better life. Couldn't financially afford it. Ended up in a foster home. Ended up homeless. Got taken away. Got adopted by my mom's best friend and Katie Andrews, open adoption. So it was her friend, but we met her at a soup kitchen, actually.
Dang.
Like, yeah, gave me an extra cookie, just thought I was cute and everything. And then one day at the foster home, was like, Ian, you're coming home one day. And it was Katie, like, you know? So, yeah, man, took me home. She pretty much was an Olympic swimmer, like, taught me how to be a high-level athlete, bought me my first wrestling shoes, everything. And then when my mom got back on her feet, kept on picking me up for games every weekend, stayed in my life. Ended up moving back to St. Louis, flew me out every summer to come train, and off season, stuff like that. Like, yeah, man. And then made it to college. Eventually, she died in college. Never told anybody that she had cancer. Just a G. Just like, yo, bro, like, just know, if you were to have her phone number, you were blessed.
dang."
She's just like, this is my life, stuff like that. A lot of people didn't even know that she had a son, like, and me. Like, I met my family, her side of the family, at the funeral.
No way.
Yeah, they just knew that, like, I was coming home that summer. I was going to transfer out of Missouri. And then they found my bed and everything. They're like, she had a son. Like, she, private as can be.
Dang.
Dang.
Private as can be. Like, if social media days nowadays, like, she's just off the grid.
Yeah.
Like, lucky. But if you knew her, she blessed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm sick. Always delivered cookies. Always did everything. Like, you know? Like, yeah, dude. So, like, and then met my adopted side of the family at the funeral. Been in my life ever since. Have not missed a fight. Been to my wedding. And then when I was living in St. Louis, I was working at this appliance store. And the guy name was Bruce. And Bruce was cool, man. Like, this appliance store, like, I was making like $100 a day. I was fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Especially back then, too, yeah.
Especially back then.
Yeah.
And then I'm living in Missouri, St. Louis.
Yeah.
So, like, the real estate there ain't shit, like, to California.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, but a lot of felons work there because you're getting paid cash.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
And he's just like, who the hell is this kid in the warehouse? And he always came out in a fancy suit and he always just talked to me, you know? And then he just got to know me, pulled me in his office for lunch sometimes just to get to know me and stuff like that. So on the front side of the warehouse was all business offices and stuff like that. and then didn't know that like he's a doctor, therapist, stuff like that. Like the appliance side is just a side business he wanted to invest in and stuff like that. And that's his adopted son that invested in the business, you know? So he knew about Katie dying and paid for my plane ticket, paid for everything. Are you in school? Oh, I used to wrestle, got in trouble, did drugs. He's like, well, we got to get your ass in school. Paid for my schooling, bought me a car. And then after Katie had died, he took over my adoption. So I got adopted twice. Yeah. He had 6 adopted kids.
Dude, crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got blessed with a lot of good people in my life. So
It sounds like it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Probably meant for the podcast with the good dude podcast.
Yeah.
Wow. I got blessed by God, and I give it back in every single way. Like it's my first fight. It was in Bellator. Like I was the best amateur in the country, and my first pay-per-view was in San Diego, which is cool because I got adopted out of there. So went back, raised money, went to the same foster home, same homeless shelter I went to, got all the tickets for the kids to go to the fight because I grew up in that situation too, just to let them know that somebody that slept in these beds fucking made it. You know, it was important to me. Like, you know, and it hit ESPN and everything else, and then Errol Hawani and everything, and that's where my story was made. Dave and Buster's hopped on board with me as well. They've been one of my sponsors ever since because I go to homeless shelters and take kids to go play video games and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Dude, that's sick.
And that homeless shelter Hope, that program, bro, that program changed my life. Like I never felt, unless you saw the writing on the walls, that's why I didn't have people come visit because it said Salvation Army homeless shelter, obviously. But if it wasn't for them or Katie, I probably wouldn't be there. Like I went to Padre games, I went to Charger games, I went to San Diego Gulls games, I went to all this stuff that program paid for and stuff like that. Yeah, never felt like I was separated or different. So when I had a chance to open up my own wrestling club, same thing. You will not know who's rich or poor. They're all equal.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah,
There's so much in there. See, we love the podcast, bro, because it's when else do you? We would have never known any of that about you.
Yeah,
unless
you can't tell. You can't tell, right? Like I think that's the thing though. Like it's that's where, because I think everybody sees like this flashy guy with the chain and stuff like that. Well, I didn't have shit, so like if I'm gonna get a chain, like you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be the swaggy guy with the kids, but nah, dude, I was the kid that had to go pick the shoes out the bucket because they're fucking rentals. I can't afford my own shoes.
Yeah.
Ian can't, hey, we're going to go on this travel ball trip, right? Like, my mom's like, we can't fucking afford that.
Yeah.
Like, but Ian's good, though. Like, we want to win.
Dude.
Right? So at a young age, I just learned that, like when I'm going to the hotel, and I'm like, fuck, they actually have more than 3 television channels on the station. They have cable. And they're like, yo, we got food downstairs. You want it? Like, I can't afford it. Like, my mom only gave me $20. No, it's free. So I just realized, like, damn, when you're good, you just get taken care of, right? So I just made sure I was just beating all these fucking kids out and just becoming good with the little shit I have just so I can have opportunities. So I learned that really, really quick at a young age, you know? And then high school was a struggle, bro. Just met the wrong people, started getting into drugs, right? Had an overdose and died.
Dang.
Yeah. Had a prank pulled on me my sophomore year. Like, I was smoking weed and doing stuff like that, but I never did any pill popping, stuff like that. They started getting into that. And then I had a candy box, and then they put pills in my candy box, and I went like this, woke up in the hospital. They're like, yo, you flatline. Actually, we were going to stop reviving you, but your heartbeat came back. And there was a nurse that recognized me. He's like, you wrestled, right? I was like, yeah. She's like, dude, my son was at the duel and everything. And then that's what changed my life. I don't know what God put in that nurse to say that. But yeah, dude, left school, homeschool, graduated early, just continued to train on my own in the dark, and then quit talking to Katie, my adopted mom, because I was just ashamed. But she got back in my life and everything, and just really, that's when my life just really started changing. And that's when I went to start working, and that's when I met Bruce.
Okay.
Right? Because like, why aren't you in school?
Yeah.
Right? So it happened at the right fucking time, like, you know? So, and then in high school, dude, I was just like, I lived by a thing of, C's get degrees. Right? I'm just here to wrestle, dog. Like, you know, like just like, yo, like didn't want to go to my history teacher, didn't want to do that. But then when I finally went to college, I probably had the best GPA ever, which was just like, I just had resources though. Because they're just like, I don't think people realize that like a college level or pro level, it's pretty much pro if you're D1. Like it's a business, like, you know? And they're like, we want to win. Like, how can we win? We got to keep this kid on the field or on the mat. he needs to keep his grades up. They're like, so Ian, what tutor do you need? We're gonna give you a tutor for every subject.
Dang.
Like, hey, do you have? Is it a hard time for you to like concentrate and read and stuff like that? He's like, yeah. It's like, so you have ADHD. So we're gonna give you a ghostwriter because you talk phenomenally. So every time you talk, she's just gonna write it down on paper.
Dang.
Let's go.
Like, these are your fucking paragraphs. These are your essays. It's just hard for you to put commas and stuff like that. That will all come.
Yeah.
Like, supported the fuck out of it. Had the highest GPA in my life. Had a 4.2.
Yeah.
Like, you know? And then I just realized, like, fuck, dude. A lot of my teachers back in high school were just lazy as fuck. Like, they didn't want to fucking pay attention to me.
Yeah.
So when I started the club, like, we do free SAT prep, right?
Oh.
Like, we're the number one club of putting kids into college.
Right.
Right? But we're getting them the resources now before they leave there. So at least they don't have to play catch up like me. At least they're sprinting and not trying to run to the finish line. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, yeah, bro.
Dude, that's sick.
You wrestled all through college, right?
Nah, left
No?
early.
Dang.
Left early.
Where did you wrestle in college?
So I wrestled. So since I had trouble,
Yeah.
like in an off season, like a lot of people didn't get a grip because like I was a unique story. Like
Yeah.
my grades were fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So I was like an off season demon because my grades didn't count. I was just smacking kids on the national scene, right?
Yeah.
But when it came to season, they're just like, oh, just wait till grades come out. He's not going to be eligible.
Oh.
I was that guy, right? So people in the area knew I was. So I went to Lindenwood, which is like #1 NIA school. So like Tatiana Suarez went there, Deron Wynn went there, Jonathan Brookings went there. Like a lot of guys from the UFC, Josh Sampo, Alex Ochklich. They're pretty much like the Raiders of fucking football.
Yeah.
It was just like, yo, we don't care if you have murder cases. The thing is like, can you play football or not?
Yeah.
Like that's what I was with John Madden was saying back in the day. Like, you know,
Yeah.
that's what the Raiders were. That's what Lindenwood was.
Okay.
Like we don't care if you can't get great. Like, can you wrestle or not?
Yeah.
Like that's all we care about. So went there, and then I was gonna go to Mizzou because I knew Michael Chandler and Tyron Woodley and all that. They were like my mentors, like growing up. Like, you know,
Right.
Tyron Woodley, when I was coming up, like I was at his first gym at American Top Team, helped start it, and then I was at my little small gym in Absolute, but we all knew each other because of the wrestling scene. And then, yeah, bro, I was gonna go there, but then I already was fighting amateur. So I had my first amateur fight, and then after that, left school. I'm just gonna bank on myself. Like, you know, like I really wasn't fucking with school in the first place from like high school.
Right.
Right. And then even though I had a successful college year of like having a high GPA, still just want to be an athlete. Like, you know, like, and plus like I was living, all my boys played football, like Jeremy Macklin. I'm from Missouri. So like, you know, like all those guys that like made it to the league, they were always big of just like, no, I'm just gonna declare for the draft early. I'm like, why would you do that? He's like, bro, if I tear my ACL next year, like a senior year, like I might not be a first round pick and my money is gonna drop.
Right.
So I kind of had that athlete mentality, but I was just in combat sports, right?
Yeah.
So I know I'm good enough that, you know, like my first amateur fight was against a guy that was 4-0 and was a purple belt, you know? And then like I beat him up so bad that he retired. That was my first amateur fight, you know? And then I was just like, damn, it's the same aspect. Do I want to waste like 3 or 4 years in school and I don't like school? Or can I just go all in and live in Thailand, go train with George St. Pierre, or just try to be the best in the world? Like, I'm going to bank on that. You know, and it was a hard discussion, especially with Bruce, but I went all in and look where I'm at now. So thank God I made that decision, you know.
Yeah.
For all my kids at Silverback, keep your ass in school. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I took a hard road. I had injuries,
Yeah.
everything. Like, yeah, bro. Like, you know, so yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, especially when you're a pro athlete and just like you said, like in college and you're from a place that you want to get out of. You're from like a background that you're like, hey, I need to be able to survive. I want to support a family. I want to take care of people.
Right.
It's like, okay, well, I have to do what's best to take care of my body so that I can continue going.
Yeah, and I think nowadays is different because we have NIL.
Yeah.
Right?
That's changed
So like
everything.
it's
That's
changing
true.
everything. If I were the Ian today and have the branding I had today
Yeah.
with social media, yeah, I'll fucking stay my ass at school if Alabama's paying me $50 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like I'm
No
gonna do it.
brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a deal like no brainer, right? No brainer, right? Back in the day, like you didn't have a choice. It's like really like betting on yourself.
Right.
Right? Like so that's exactly what I did. You know, and then in combat sports, like especially if you can make the money, take it because you're one injury away. Because I was just doing the amateur. I think all the amateurs are the same. You have to work a regular job before becoming a pro, right? So I did the same thing. Like I worked at Dollar General and then I worked at Loomis, Security Brinks Armed Trucks, right? So I did all that and I was still the #1 amateur in the country. And then when I got signed, dream come true situation, called all my jobs, hey, I'm quitting, I got signed. They're all happy for me because that's just the person I am. Is just like I'm all in on people that are just all in on me. Like, you know, they all came to my fights. Like, they all came to the arenas. They all saw me got signed.
Yeah.
So it was a proud moment for them too. And the next day signing my contract blew out my ACL.
Oh, dang.
I'm like 22, like, you know? And I just took all my money in my bank account and just paid for like 7 months rent up front because I just don't know what the fuck is going to happen, you know? But luckily, the person that owned the apartment was my training partner at the gym, you know? So, like, I was rightly connected with, like, the community. So, like, he's just like, hey, we'll figure it out, you know? So, in that time, I became a special ed teacher.
Okay.
Because, like, I did some college courses. So, you know? So, like, I did sports psych. I did kinesiology. So, they're like, yo, like, I think you'd be a good job for the special ed teacher job. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, took it because I just need to pay bills, right? But toughest job I ever had in my life. Thank God I took it because I think it made me like the #1 coach I am today. Just understanding that everybody has sensory levels, understanding that people are verbal, nonverbal, understanding that people learn in different ways. Some might be feel, some might be touch, some might be D, all the above, right? But taking that job made me the best coach I am possible today.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where you just, dude, like everything you're talking about right now with your story, it sounds like you've just had all these really cool things line up, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, I'm going to call them a God moment. Where you've had these moments where you're like, okay, like I grew up in this way that, you know, you shouldn't probably have made it to where you're at.
1000%.
And then you have this amazing person that like adopts you. And then you get another opportunity at that. And then you just keep getting these opportunities. Like that's pretty special.
But I also think though too, like, I talked to like my older brother John that worked the warehouse because I went back home to Missouri like a year ago. I always made a promise like I wasn't gonna go back home until I was successful, and that moment happened, right?
Yeah.
And talking to Bruce and then talking to my brother John was just like, hey man, honestly too, we also invested in you because you worked your ass off.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know, like,
when you're telling me this whole story, all I hear is that you made them best of whatever situation you were in, and then when when something got handed to you, you said thank you, and then you worked your butt off for it.
And key word, I said thank you. Thank you goes a long way. Like, you know, thank you goes a long way. But remember, I learned, and then going through those moments too, it's when you're young, you're asking God why, right? Because like I became a reader born again Christian, right? Because just like, it's just like, why me? Why do people have two parents? Why don't I have two parents? Why do I not get a household? Why don't I have that, right? And those moments of being young, you just don't understand. So like, I put all that hatred into like training, trying to do all that stuff, like, you know, and just working my ass off. Now, since I'm older, I'm like, dude, thank God I went through all those situations because I didn't know it was going to be the key moment of circling back into your 36 or 37. Like, we're just going to put all this together of your past experiences to make you whole right now.
Yeah.
Right, you know? And I think when people are entrepreneurs and stuff like that, it's just like, this is not an overnight success. You don't understand what the fuck I've been through.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just coming to fruition now, but you didn't see when I was in the army, training, trying to find these concepts, stuff like that. It's just... God's letting me hit like right now, like, you know, so it's that, man. It's
Dude,
that. Though.
That's one thing he was saying earlier. Like, we love about this podcast is that, you know, and we talk about it all the time. Like, a lot of people see the person now, right? And they're like, oh yeah, they look how successful they are, and it was like, or it happened overnight, and it's like, dude, you don't know.
Yeah, that's why.
That's
why I didn't understand. Like, I mean, probably when you're young, like jealousy, whatever. But like, you know, as you get older, like I clap for a lot of people. Like, if you're jealous when you're older at 40 or something like that, you have some real. You need to go see a fucking therapist.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in your life. There's no reason to hate. Like, like, you know,
right?
Because I just know they're probably just like, they're like, yo, you're just seeing them while they shine right now. You don't know what the fuck they've been through to try to get to the situation right now, or what people they met, or what risks they took. Like, you know, So it's that, bro. So I gotta clap, like, you know. So like, yeah, man.
Dude, what do you think are some things that Katie, because you said she was like a high level swimmer. What do you think some crazy things that she taught you?
She just never missed a day. Yeah. She just never it's sick, diarrhea, throwing up. I'm gonna go swim. Like every day, 6 a.m., never fucking miss. And then the biggest key thing I noticed as a kid, she worked from home, but she changed out of her clothes. Like it was like, oh, she might wake up in fucking sweatpants and a fucking oversized t-shirt, but she changed it to a sundress. She changed into a suit, like a dress suit. I'm like, where are you going? It's like, I'm going to work. She's just going into her room in her office.
Yeah.
Right? So like she changed that mode. Like that's the biggest thing for me. Even though it was at home, like she changed herself to lock in into a different setting. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that was one of the biggest things for me.
That's
Yeah.
actually,
Like, you know.
that's actually pretty powerful because you think about like post-COVID, everyone working from home.
Yeah.
I would have never thought of what you just said. Like you work from home, but you get up in your pajamas or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're going into your next room, but you are intentional with your presentation because your presentation a lot of the times is also going to dictate what's going on upstairs.
1,000%. And I think also changing settings, right? Like it's just like the home office is a home office for a reason, right? Like I can be wearing the same outfit at home, playing with my daughter, you know, being the family guy. But when I drive 2 blocks away and I enter my office, it is business. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like just changing the setting, like it is business. Like I'm going to work, I'm locked in. I think that's another big thing that set me off now. That hits me hard in my life too. Like I got to go to the office. Like I'm just different.
Yeah.
I can get some stuff done, but when I really need to like focus and like lock in,
Yeah.
got to go to the office.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a joke of this, but Caitlin makes fun of me because I take a lot of meetings from home.
Yeah.
And our room is freezing. So there's still a lot of times where I'll still wear like sweatpants, but I'll like go down and I was like, hey, I got to change. And I'll put on a better shirt and I was like, I have to change my boxers. And she's like, are you serious right now? I was like, well, I got my sleeping boxers
bro.
and I got my work boxers.
Yeah,
and she
bro.
laughs at me. I go, it sounds dumb, but for me, it's like I get more locked in. Like I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Hey, I fuck with, dude, that's the thing.
It sounds hilarious, but it's true.
When people always say just like, hey, what are you doing right now? I'm like, oh, dude, I just woke up, you know? And then he's like, oh, I just, I did this one. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just smoked a joint and I just got done training. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm about to go on this business call right now. He's like, is that how you fucking do it? And I was just like, don't fuck with my process, bro. Like,
That's so
that's
funny.
it. I don't fuck with your process
Yeah,
of
don't
how
mess with
you
mine.
fucking. Yeah, you own your own business. You do your thing. I don't fuck how the way you lock in and shit like that too. Don't fuck with my fucking process. I'm fucking doing things. You see me doing things.
100%.
You called me for a fucking reason. Yeah.
I get a
That's
nice
your fucking
coffee mug. I
I'm not gonna judge your process. If that's your fucking process,
I changed
and you
my coffee mug to a
and if
nicer
you
one.
and if you get shit done, I'm not gonna fucking say anything
I've
about
never
it.
heard
Just do
anyone
your
say
shit.
change boxers.
Yeah, bro.
Don't judge the process,
I
man.
sleep at a
Don't
certain
change his
time. Yeah,
process. He's
don't mess
obviously
with me.
getting shit done. Don't change the process. And then me,
boxers.
as a coach, man, I'll be like, hey, did you change your boxes today?
Yeah.
You ready to lock in?
I'm ready.
See? I'll encourage it.
I got my workout boxers,
I will encourage
sleeping
it.
boxers, and working boxers,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey,
No way.
if I need Jordan to fucking lock in, I'm like, yo, hey, Jordan, make sure you fucking change your boxes when you fucking come in.
I know you're gonna
right?
text me that
See?
now. Just get a text me like,
I'm
we have
never
a
gonna let it
podcast
go.
today. Yo, did you change your
Use it, man.
boxers?
I'm never gonna let it go now. I'm not gonna mess with your process.
I'm not even
Don't
ashamed of
mess
it.
with his
I brought it up.
Who does that?
Look, I worked a job where I wore a suit every single day, and I
See?
will never wear a
Yes.
suit again.
See?
I respect that.
But I will change into some nice boxers to have a meeting. You know, whatever.
See? I like that process.
That's true.
So some people are different.
Yeah, you can't
Some
pay me to
people are
put a
different.
suit on, so I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Connor is a suit wearer for his press conference and stuff like that because he grew up poor as shit and he wanted people to wear suits. And I think we're opposite. Americans
Bro.
are just like, we fucking grew up in a suit. Like, nah, bro, I'm trying to wear joggers
Yeah.
and
I am
fucking.
not touching a suit.
Yeah, you know?
I want to wear cargo pants.
Yeah.
Like, leave me
Yeah.
alone. Oh, dude.
Just saying.
Bro, I want to go back and ask you a couple of questions. But
I always screw up on podcasts. I say
No,
the
I thought it was
dumbest
great.
stuff.
No, I added it in. No, don't fuck with the process.
dude, I do some weird stuff. I don't change my boxers before, but maybe I need to. Maybe that's my problem.
I gotta have to
You
have a different
probably
hat
have
on.
something that you just don't know
I'm, like,
about.
trying to think
You
about
probably have something that you're just like,
Well,
what
so
do I do?
I've never really worked from home though. So for me to get ready,
It might
I
be
have
just
to
doing
change.
your hair because you look slick, man. It might be
That's
doing
true.
your hair.
I always do
It might
my
be
hair.
doing your hair. It might be doing something like that. It's something that you don't know
I'm trying
that
to
it's like.
think.
Do you wear shorts? Yeah, I've seen you wear shorts at home. Do you wear like long pants all the time at your house?
No,
Oh.
I never wear pants at home.
It might be
That's my
getting-
same thing. As
it
soon as
might
I get home, I put on
think
board
his-
shorts.
I think his process is just getting ready.
Probably because I've always
That's what I'm
gotten
saying.
ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
I do actually.
it might be a military
No,
thing.
And so we're on something because
See?
I tell my wife all the time when I don't have a haircut, when I decide to have like a clean cut, dude, like week 2, my hair's the fade's barely gone.
Yeah.
And I always tell my wife, dang, dude, I feel off.
Yep.
So it's,
See?
it's my presentation.
Because my thing as like a coach is just like, what is gonna get you going? What is the process? Is it nice fade? Is it feel good, look good? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? So I can get you to go 100%. That's in your zone. I don't care what you do. It might be weird. Cause I even said like, create a playlist. I don't give a fuck if it's Britney Spears or Katy
Yeah.
Perry. Like, if that's gonna get you going and locked in, fucking do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I also have to make my bed every morning because I
make
think
my
it's
bed
like
every
my
morning.
dad, I think, drilled that into
Oh,
me
shit.
when I was
I
a
make
kid.
my bed every
Yeah, no, that's fine. My wife, this is so funny. She like came in I left early, so I came home. Caitlin was there. She goes, we get into bed that night. She goes, oh, I didn't make the bed this morning. I was like, when have you ever made the bed? And she's like, what do you mean? It's made every night before we go to bed. I was like, I make it every single day. You
Dude.
go upstairs, I go back down to our room, I make our bed, and then I go do whatever I have to do. She's like, oh my gosh.
Devin, my wife now makes a bed if she's last. But dude, I get out like this morning. I got out of bed at like 5:15. She was still in bed. I made my side of the bed.
I love that.
I literally made it's just habit. I got out of bed.
That's a Marine Corps thing.
And
Did she
I
get
pulled the
pissed that you didn't make the whole bed?
No, because she was in it.
Okay.
But so it's good. I always make the bed.
Don't mess with your process.
Yeah, that's my process. Leave me alone. Anytime she says something now, I'm like, don't mess with my process. Dude. Oh my gosh. I forgot my question.
I asked him about Katie. What did he learn?
Yeah.
She never missed a day.
So the never missing a day and changing, I think those are like two like powerful things, right? Like in today's world, especially, man, I feel like we've talked about it a lot, and you'll attest to it too. But like the instant gratification of the stupid phone and social media, right?
I know.
Dude, in the so I've had my coffee shop for 16 years now, which means I've been hiring and interviewing employees for 16 years.
Oof.
So from 2010 to 2026, there has been, in my eyes, in my own world, in my own experience, this shift of, and I feel like most generations say this, right? Like our grandparents, whatever, right? They're all going to be like, oh, the generation before me was different. And then they're going to be like, these guys are soft. And it's going to keep going.
Yep.
Dude, in the last 16 years, I have witnessed just the shift in, and we've talked about this, but like just the shift in the way people present themselves, the way they view themselves and others, because you're not going to view yourself one way without being able to view somebody else the other way, right? And the last component of the biggest shift I've seen is the lack of understanding routine and understanding hard work. I'm not saying not everybody.
Damn.
There's a lot of people that still work hard. I'm not trying to, don't friggin' twist
Don't
my
come at
words.
you. Yeah.
But for the most part, I've in the 16 years, I've seen it go from hardworking to, if I can't figure it out, I'll try to figure it out. If not, I'll ask for help.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the social media kids are young, but they also do really good work though too. Like so talking to some of them that are young, and then I have instance of going over to Gold Rush, and there's a kid over there. That's my best friend's Jim. He's like my brother, and I used this kid, and then I saw them talking. I'm like, yo, like, what's up with that? He goes like, bro, I just didn't get the video done in time, And I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? So now I want to help him because I just know it's going to benefit my brother in the long run anyway.
Yeah.
So let's break down this process, right? And she's like, it's been a long time I got yelled at before. I'm like, well, people get yelled at work all the fucking time. It's part of the process.
This isn't new.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have been like, quit being a bitch, bro. And, just, and do the fucking, and send out the video.
Yeah.
But give me the process. He's like, dude, it was just taking too long. And then my computer shut down a couple times, boom, boom, boom. And I just gave up. But that's a young...
Yes.
That's a young mindset of from what we came up to,
Yeah.
where there's like, there ain't no choice of giving up.
Right.
Well,
Like, it's like, get it done. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I don't care if it takes an hour. I don't care if it takes you kind of like finish your plate before you leave the dinner table kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like, it's that's our last generation, bro.
For sure. And I think, so technology has been a blessing and a curse, right? Obviously,
It has
technology is
been, yeah.
awesome. But going back to like this mindset of work hard, never miss a day, like just don't quit. Dude, like with the phones and everything in the world at your fingertips all the time, I feel like it's taken the ability away for people to understand, like, dude, I've had my business for 16 years. When we started, YouTube was barely a thing, right? Like I couldn't go on and be like, hey, how do I open a coffee shop?
Right.
There might have been like some books, maybe a couple things on the internet, but
Had to
not
go to
very
Barnes and
much,
Noble.
right? But like I
shop for
you know,
dummies.
I couldn't go on like, dude. Now you go on TikTok and it's like I can type in "open a coffee shop" and you have millions
Or
of people
chat.
telling, or
Yeah.
chat or whatever. Like you had to figure it out,
Yep.
and that's what like is kind of terrifying about the technology and in the shift in I've personally seen in 16
But I
years.
also think that a person like you and Jordan, and for us that are educated and grew up in that environment, is a secret weapon for us.
For sure.
Because they're so young that they're just like, when they look up all this shit, that seems like a lot of work, right? And
Yeah.
they don't even do it.
Yeah.
They don't even do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem, because it's going to go off in a paragraph of like, you got to do ba-da-da-da-da. For us, it'd be like, oh, okay, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For them, like, that's a lot of work.
That's too much
Yeah.
work.
Too much.
Or
I got to
they
go out in the
wanna be-
office. I got to do that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Or they
even
wanna be
cheating in school
compensated.
back in the day for us was a lot harder. It was
Dude.
a lot of hard work.
I know,
Yeah.
dude.
Now you can look at your watch and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, and just
Back
again,
when you had to
it's-
write
it's
everything
this.
freehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole phone thing is just like, again, to me, I'm not trying to be one of those guys that's like, oh, like technology. Like I love technology, but I am fearful of what it's doing to our younger
Bro,
generations.
I got a 13-year-old stepson. That's a pain in my ass. And might be the next fucking Bill Gates, but it's still a pain in my ass, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he fucking undid the firewall of the school so the kids can play video games, and I got a call from the principal. And, like,
I don't even know how to do
So
that.
he's like a genius.
that's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's a problem, and I have to punish him for it. Low-key fucking funny.
So
but,
rad.
like, badass. Like,
yeah,
and I gotta punish you for it. At the same time, I had to find a way to harness, because this
Yeah.
motherfucker might work for NASA one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
issue.
and that's what the technology has done though. Is like, dude, there's kids that are so, dude, I can't
Way
do
smarter
half the
than
stuff
us.
on it. Yeah,
Way smarter than us.
Dude.
But I
Hooked
will
up.
outwork every single one of them.
Yep, 1,000%.
hands down.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Like that grind mentality is what I'm fearful of. But the one component we have, and this is why I wanted to circle back to it, is we have guys like you as coaches, and you know, whether you're a coach in wrestling, basketball, football, hockey, whatever it is, like if you're a coach and you're in a position where you can genuinely instill hard works like to these kids, like to me, that's the most valuable thing. Because with everything else going on, like I have, you know, we both have 3, he's about to have 4. But like I think of my 7-year-old daughter.
Yep.
Right. Like they're already doing stuff in school that I'm like, what the heck? Like on tablets, she has to have an iPad. It doesn't have to be an iPad or a
Everybody has
Chromebook,
an iPad
whatever.
or a Chromebook.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, like, okay, that's cool, but at least you have me as your dad, because now I'm gonna make sure that you understand, like, just because you have all this technology accessible to you, like how we still do things, like, and how to not make sure, like, you, if this technology was ever gone, like, I still want you to be able to function.
Like,
I want
read
you to
a
be able
map.
to work hard.
None of
Yeah.
them can read a map.
No, no. Like
None of them can
it's
read
just
a map.
crazy. But the position you're in now with Silverback, you have the ability to still like instill these traits, right?
Oh, bro, I love it. That's why I love my job. Absolutely. I started off with 4 kids.
Yeah,
Started
let's
with
talk
4
about
kids.
what you do currently. Yeah.
Yeah. I own Silverback Wrestling Club. So we started off with 4 kids in like a garage. Like literally now we have over 100. Now we have like 6 locations. So we're one of the biggest wrestling crews in the world. So we have Anaheim, which is HQ. I have Los Alamitos, which is out of high school. And then I have Oregon. I have Wyoming. I have Hawaii. And we just opened up Silverback London
Okay.
as well.
Is that why you've been traveling out there?
Yeah, so 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm fighting there a lot this year.
Okay.
A lot of my stuff is overseas for some reason this year, which I think is dope anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, but as we're going over there, it's just like, how can we make a difference in the world? Like, I just knew that, like, I was just too big to be a high school just wrestling coach. It wasn't just like, this is my version I always said to people, because everybody's just like, club won't exist unless you're not tied to a high school because you have a feeder program, stuff like that. And I was like, nah, I just don't want to infect 100 lives. I'd rather infect 1,000.
Yeah.
That's what that was always my response. And then we made a club established that like now people are trying to copy the mode of like, maybe we should just do a club. Like, damn, Ian was successful when nobody said it was going to be. And now we're expanding, right? And it's just people that have the same business knowledge as us, because I was laughed at. There was a program called like Beat the Streets, and they were a nonprofit, right? And they help give back to kids because I'm a nonprofit kid.
Yeah.
I grew up in the system.
Yeah.
I want to give back too. Right?
Yeah.
But they were so arrogant of me joining, and I just wanted to help. And they're just like, well, you have to do this, this, and this, and just like laughed at it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I started my own nonprofit in Silverback, and then now we beat them on like everything.
Damn.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
But also too, like for them, like a lot of their money goes to their pro athletes, like a lot of it, right? For me, it's just like, but what about the youth?
Yeah.
And then why can't we do both? Right? So that's exactly what we did. Like, you know, so it's just like, how can we help our youth for all of them to get to college and like change their lives, travel naturally without like the burden of financial, like, because every parent works hard in my club, like, you know, but it's fucking rough times out here.
Yeah.
Life is fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so like, how can we help all of them? We just figured it out, bro. And now we're signing world international athletes.
Did you bring in a lot of coaches? Because obviously you can't replicate yourself.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. But the cool thing about it is just everybody right now that's part of Silverback in the franchise, like I know all those coaches.
Yeah.
We've been all out to dinner together. Like, you know, and they just believe in the motto of just like, we're just helping kids. Like, hey, if there's a couple kids that can't afford it, like every parent, and then also now every meeting that we have when a kid joins our club for the parent, I'm like, hey, welcome to Silverback. And they're just like, yo, we're going to be together for life. Like, just to let you know that we get invited to baby showers and weddings.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because we see them off all the way through school, you know, and these are our future lawyers, doctors, nurses that's going to be come back in the community, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, there's going to be a situation where life is going to hit you. Ben or Jordan is going to be like, hey, there's going to be a situation. I'm like, yo, like Timmy needs to fucking come to this tournament, bro. Like the scouts are going to be there and the colleges are going to be there. We can't afford it. We just lost our job. We just like, dude, we're going through a rough time. I'm like, yeah. So Tim's going to be there at 7. Drop him off. He's fucking going.
Yeah.
We'll fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
But he's fucking going.
Yeah.
And I tell all of my parents that, and we have stood true through every single word.
Dude, a coach like that leaves such a big mark in someone's life. Because like my family, back when I was in high school, lost everything. We were homeless. Like, and I had one coach that saw a lot in me. He was a retired Marine. It was really cool. His name was Tom Hammer.
Fuck yeah.
And,
That's a cool name.
That's a dope ass name.
It was like, and I remember he taught PE, and nobody knew his first name. And they would be like, Mr. Hammer, what's your first name? And he'd say, the. And so he was like, the. He took me to 24-hour fitness, and he paid for a year for me for my membership up front.
Yeah,
and the dude was not rolling, you know, like he did well for himself, but like it wasn't like he had all this spare cash, and he just went and he's like, hey, I'm gonna pay for a year. Here you go. Be here. Earn it. And I was like, yes, sir. And it's like something to me that I've held so like close. And like moments like that where you're like, hey, they're coming, we'll figure it out. Like, just get them here.
Yeah, it's everything how I started off my story, right? Of just like, well, Ian's going. We can't afford it. Ian's going.
Yeah.
It's everything that I came back full circle to.
Yeah.
It's like, they're fucking going.
Yeah.
Like, you know? And I always tell them, I always say, like, God will take care of me in the end.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
flat out. God will take care of me and I'll get mine later on. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
So does your pro? Do you help? I'm assuming you didn't say it, but I'm assuming you just pay for it then for them to go.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it still a nonprofit?
We are.
So anytime, like if I don't know, like if you get donations, you can use it for X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And does it cost to be a student in your program?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. But like, we also have a financial aid, but
Yeah.
you know, just come and talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, we'll figure it out.
We'll grab the link from you too, because I
for
want
sure.
to throw it in here
Yeah.
in case anyone wants
Mark
to get
do this with you or no? Separate? Does Mark Munoz do anything with you?
He's
No?
separate. He's
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. Does he still do that?
I still think he does.
Yeah, I know he was at high school for a little bit near down south where I
like St. Community, stuff
Something
like that.
like- yeah.
That's so crazy to me that like for some reason they didn't think that a club like that would survive. I mean, I get it; it's part of the wrestling world, but like in every other sport, clubs exist outside of schools.
Yeah, but I just also knew that we were gonna be like bigger than our brand too. Like we're not even a club anymore; we're pretty much like an organization now, which is really cool,
crazy,
right?
yeah.
Like it's, and then also too, my knowledge of like we had a girl named Amber that represents Titan Mercury, right? And she's been with us, right? We just went to the Kempton Open. Like she just won in Sweden, right? That's another reason why I was there. And then I went over there to fight. And that's a big ass tournament, girl tournament. And she is sponsored by Titan, but Titan will like monopolize the thing of like, we're going to pay for these athletes and none of them will barely see them. Like it's just like putting a mark on it. And then I'm really big on connection, right? I'm really big on knowing everybody's name because everybody has a purpose. And then I also have a big thing of like, I don't care if you come in as the shitty wrestler. I don't care how you came in. I care about how you go out.
Yeah.
Right? So we're really big on connection and development. So when I actually go to all the other silverbacks, I know everybody by name. I spend time with them. I do one-on-ones with them. I do camps, right?
Oh.
Because like when we do travel and parents can't afford it, we can only afford to send him. That's okay. We have a house. We'll take care of him. Now I know, right? Now I know the person. I can put a name. I can put a face to the name, like, and a personality and stuff like that. Because I also believe, like, coaching connections, like, if you have a good one, you can move mountains. You can take over the world.
Yeah.
So I'm really big on it, though, too, right? So when Titan's trying to do, I'm like, it's just like, okay, we can do that, but we can do it our own way and build a special connection. So now traveling overseas and meeting all these other athletes from different countries, they're like, I wish we can have the help and support. I wish you guys have RTCs in like America and you guys sponsor athletes, stuff like that. But it's not even that much. It's like $200 or $300 would change their fucking life.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, you know, since I know a lot of these people that we can change their life, why don't you just come over in Silverback? Why don't you come over and we can house you? You can come train with the kids. You can do that. And then we can help support your dreams too, because I know what it's like to be a professional athlete and grind for everything, every sponsor, everything.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard. So I just rather just make the road a little bit more easier for you and then just give it back, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Would you, I mean, this is a hard question, but you've probably been asked it or you've probably thought about it. If you didn't have the upbringing you had, do you think you would even care about these things?
Probably not.
Yeah, and it sounds so
Probably
light
not.
to say
Probably
that,
not. But it's just me. Like,
Right.
you know, like it's real. It's just fucking me.
Yeah.
Like ask every single one of my parents. It's just fucking me. Everybody I've met, every professional athlete, you know, it's just me. Like, you know, I don't know any difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even know, like, and now I just know. And then also, too, in my career, I just wanted to be the best. So I had the best coaches in the world. So I know what that feels like, right? Like, you know, but I also see a lot of bad coaches. I hear the stories of just like, bro, dude, he walked away from my mat after I lost and just, I can't believe that. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I'm just like,
I mean, you could shatter somebody that way.
Yeah.
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 There's more coaches than that than what you fucking think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then there's more coaches like, I want to train world champions, but you don't want to develop them. You don't want to spend time with them. And then they don't text you and call you like, how you feeling? How's your family? How's this? How's that? That blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know? Like, so.
It's
yeah.
cool. I like listening to what you're doing brings me back to a conversation we actually had. Sounds weird, but with our pastor. And I just had the same conversation with him at lunch the other day, where he said one of the coolest things that I think I've heard in a long time. But in parenting, he was giving parenting advice. He goes, if you have high levels of love, then you can also have very high levels of expectation out of your kid. And he's like, if you have high levels of expectation without love, you're going to ruin a relationship. And it's like, I see that you doing that though with your wrestling kids. Like, you have high levels of expectation, but you meet it with high levels of love, and that's what keeps that relationship going.
Yeah, too. And then also from Ben's point of like, he's been in the game for 16 years, firing people, right?
Yeah.
Like, fire fast, hire slow.
Yeah.
Like, I live by that motto too. If
That's
I
it.
listen to the keywords, if you don't care about kids and you don't love the game, like, there ain't no way you're working from an organization.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, get out. Like, you know? So everybody that runs a Silverback has the same heart as me and the same goals as me for kids. That's why we're strong.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Is how did you take your how you do things and your heart and your attitude and inject that in each?
It's investing in others though. Cause like I know I'm like one of the best coaches in the world, period. but I can invest it by making Ben the best coach in the world too, in his own region as silverback as well. What are you doing? What are the calls? What are the mistakes? What is this and that? So it's more of an investment thing, of a growing thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can invest in you. Just because my candle lit if I light your candle doesn't mean my light is going to go out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I'm just lighting other candles
And that's,
right now.
dude, that's something we're also missing in today's world.
But people are scared though. People are scared to do that. People
Yeah.
want to be selfish. I don't want people to steal from me.
Yeah.
I want all the shine and all the glory.
Yeah.
I don't want.
I don't want
like,
them to take it away from me.
Yeah.
if they
I
get
don't want to
better.
lose because this guy's better than me.
1,000%.
That is for me, dude. As a business owner, when I have one of our guys or girls move on and they've done like their own thing and they do it better than us, like, dude, I get stoked. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, oh, like that's pretty dope.
You call them and
Yeah.
be like, dude, I love what you did.
I mean, like,
I
stay
love
away
what
from
you
my
did.
accounts, but you know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
1,000%.
Pull out my
no,
purple belt.
1,000%. Don't be taking my customers.
Don't make me put my purple belt on.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got it under his shirt. He's like,
Exactly.
you want some?
Exactly.
Dude, I just I think the investing in kids is so much more important than I'm going to sound so ignorant right now, but whatever, it's true.
Investing in adults.
No, not that, but until I became a dad, I never disliked kids, never loved. I've always been great with kids, and I had a great upbringing, dude. Great. My parents were fantastic. And Jordan and I talk about this all the time. Like, we understand we're both very lucky with the upbringings we had.
Yeah.
My dad was that dad, and so was his, to so many people. My dad got into coaching because he
Yeah.
saw there's just this need to give more kids what I had.
Same.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand it back then. I'm
Same.
little. it's normal, right? Like, that's just my dad, dude. That's not special. That's just my dad.
Yeah.
You know, but like, as a dad now, dude, kids are so much more than we think they are.
Yep.
They are smarter. They're more intuitive. They have so much more to give than they get credit, right? Like, oh, just a stupid kid. Like, how many times have you heard an adult say that? Oh, it's just
Yep.
a stupid kid. Like, now it's like, no, dude, you're a stupid adult. Like, these kids they're our entire next generation of life.
1,000%.
Like, and if you think of it that way, I wouldn't have understood the weight of that until I became a parent, even though I've had, like, I've never disliked kids. There's people that just hate kids, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel the same way. Like, you can read all the books in the world and ask for advice. You don't understand until your little one gets here.
Yeah.
Like, and your love change. And then it's that love is unconditional.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and you just love it. Like, Tegan, my little girl, love of my life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, never felt a love so strong. And I was even coaching kids before that, but it's now different when you have to coach them from like, what if that was Tegan in that situation? Like, you know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
100%.
saying? So
Yeah.
like now my coach is a little bit more different. I would say it's a little bit more love, like than anything. But yeah,
love
I totally
with the
agree.
discipline, though. And that's what Jordan said earlier. And,
Has to be discipline.
yeah.
Has to be discipline. I think
Dude.
people forget the discipline part, or people think of the discipline and don't do the love part too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do that with Robert, like
Right.
honestly,
Yeah.
because
Sometimes it happens, yeah.
because they're in my house, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
No.
so you know,
I feel
but
that.
you just need reminders sometimes, you know.
Well, and dude, it's crazy that showing people a side of like discipline when it's out of a place of love is a topic in today's world that can be kind of seen as wrong, right? Like, an example, I was helping coach our kids' jiu-jitsu class because my two kids are in it. And there's this particular boy that he's just, dude, I think he's like 5 and he's a little 5-year-old, but just like very rambunctious and doesn't really listen. And I'll never forget it, but he wasn't listening, and I'm not down with that, right? Like, you give numerous chances. I said it 3 different times in 3 different ways, just like I would have done with my own kids. And on the 4th one, I changed my tone and I changed my delivery.
Yep.
And the parent just, I could see the laser eye beams at me, right? And I think it was the first time that kid had ever been talked to like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't even say anything bad.
Yeah.
All I said was, he did the whole, like, his eyes were down here. And I got down on the ground where his eyes were.
Yep.
And I said, look at me in the eyes when I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
That's all I
1,000%.
said. But it was the way I said it, and I could just see the mom looking at me, and then he looked at me in the eyes, and I said, is it respectful or is it disrespectful to not pay attention to me when I'm trying to help you? And he didn't answer me. And I said, I'm gonna ask you one more time. is it respectful
Yeah.
or disrespect? And he said, it's disrespectful. I
Yeah.
said, okay, don't do it again. He's like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
But it to me, it was one of those moments where I asked my wife, I was like, was that too, she was there in the class. I was like, was that too much? And she's like, not for our kids, no. And I was like, okay, cool. And I told her, I was like, I think that's the first time that kid's ever been talked to like that.
Yeah. So I applaud what you did. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit more easier for our space because there's no parents allowed at our practice.
Oh, then that's
so
so
like
different.
there's a closed door, it's a closed wall. My perspective of things, like you want to be a high level athlete, like Michael Jordan's parents ain't at fucking practice.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure, yeah.
So let's
True,
just
though.
prepare your ass right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know? So we have a closed wall and then they got to watch it from the TV room or you can watch it at home on YouTube because we have nothing to hide.
But not in
That's
the
cool.
freaking
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the volume's on mute, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
because like we're going to talk.
Which
like,
is,
you know?
yeah, I like that you have the accountability component though, where it's still, you can still see it.
Right.
Because that is another thing that freaks me out as a parent. Like I'm not going to leave my kid in some room
Exactly.
with some
But we
random
have nothing
person.
and
Right.
we set the tone right away. Like we will check you right away. If you're
Yeah.
screaming, like I yell all the time, like, hey, like I remember Josh, Silverback, Oregon, when he came down and we were just chilling and the kids are walking in. It's like 15 minutes of practice. I think James walked in. I'm like, James. He's like, what's up, James? He's like, oh, what's up, coach? I'm like, you're fucking late. I was just like, I know you have a fucking phone. You posted on social media today. He's just like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't fucking care. Get your ass to work.
Yeah.
And then Josh was like, you talk to him that way? I was just like, yeah. You want to talk to your kids? he's like, that's crazy. I'm like, no, it's not. This is a standard. My parents know who I am, you know? You know, I do cuss like a sailor, but I just express myself that way. Like it's the way I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. That's the way my coaches got response out of me.
Yeah.
It's no disrespect. I love your kid. You know, I can say I have a good day, or I can be like, I had a good fucking day today. Like you will know the difference. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just the way I respond, and my parents respect it. And I treat my kids just like you treat. I love all your kids like my kids, so I'm gonna treat them like that too as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Goes
and I'm
right
hard
back
on
to
them.
the high levels of love, then you
Yeah.
can get away with high levels
Because
of
my
expectation.
perspective is what Ben said. I think that's the first time that kid's been talked that way, and we're gonna continue to talk to him that way because I don't think he's getting the right necessary discipline at home.
Yeah.
So you're bringing him to us so we can do that for you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my perspective of things. Like we're gonna check him because there has been sometimes Kai, I had to drive over to his house because mom's like, Kai's not doing right. He's not. We're pulling up at your house.
Yeah.
We're pulling up at
We'll
your
fix
house.
that real fast.
No, we get like single moms, like William's
Yeah.
been talking back, stuff like that. And then I'm talking to the high school kids like, yo, William's been disrespecting his mom at the house and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, what do you want to do? Like, check him.
Yeah. Well, dude, you're giving him an
That's
opportunity
good.
to.
No, Josh,
you
freaking
check
love that.
him.
Yeah, you checking him
freaking
now
love that.
might keep him out of jail.
Yeah. And then
Like-
when live rounds, when he's like his face in the mat, like, hey, so we heard you like to talk back to your mama.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that, dude. We want the best wrestlers in the world, the best athletes in the world, but there's too many assholes in the world, and we're not gonna have none that's coming out of our club.
Yeah. I love that, dude.
Dude,
and that's what like I'm not trying to plug Embrace right now, but that's what it's for, right? Dude,
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
there's so much more in life. Like there's more, and I don't mean that as you as a wrestler, fighter, or a jiu-jitsu athlete, or a boxer, whatever you are, a business owner, like whatever you, a firefighter, a cop, like those don't matter if you're actually not applying your life as a whole.
1,000%.
Like there's so much more to life, and everything that we do has to be like pointing to that, right? Like
Yep.
I don't care what you do. And Jordan always teases me about it because, like, dude, honestly, like I don't care if you're the president of the United States or the janitor.
I don't tease you about it. I respect it.
I will treat every single person the same.
I
don't
agree.
care.
Yeah.
Like I just
I
And
don't-
then
respect the heck out
I
of
treat
that.
everybody with respect.
Yeah.
Like, you know, until you disrespect me, and then I have to check you.
That's- yeah,
And so
and that's
that's
fair.
another thing that people like. And then that's the
That's
thing
fair.
that people. I have a lot of good friends, and I have a lot of people that just like, yo, like Ian doesn't fuck around, bro. Like they're like, what do you mean? They're like, he'll come at you on media and shit like that, and they're just like, what do you mean? They're like, people forget. I think my high school forget that like I grew up in the hood, so they try to talk shit sometimes when we go out to bowling.
Yeah.
But like when you grow up in the hood, everybody's professional fucking comedian.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I'll say some shit like right back, and then they'll stare at me like, you can't talk to me like that. I'm like, yeah, I can. You just fucking talk to me like that.
Yeah.
And then they get shocked, right? And I think people also think that there's no consequences
Oh, 100%.
in the world, especially on social media nowadays. when they want to say some shit, but I'm just not the I'm not the right one to talk to like that. Like, you know? Like it's just that
And
like
it's not even a
dude.
hard concept. Like just
It's
don't
not
be
a hard
disrespectful.
Just be a good person.
Yeah,
Just be a good person.
it's not
that hard. It's not that hard.
Dude.
It's not that hard.
It makes
That's what I'm living nowadays.
Yeah.
Like it's and then if I do say something, you get offended because I fucking checked you, and it's not like that. Like no, bro. Like it's
Not enough people. This just sounds so bad. Growing up though, like I had older cousins. I had like I don't know. I just grew up with like friends that like if you talk too much crap, you got punched in the face, and I'm like,
yeah, that's what I grew up at.
There's too many people nowadays, and there's no way to make this sound good that haven't gotten punched for having a big mouth.
Yeah, I had an interview like that, and and they were just like, "What?" I was like, "I think he deserves to get slapped." Like, and then they're like, "Ian will actually do it, bro." They're like, for real. They're like, "Yeah, he grew up in that neighborhood that like you wasn't allowed to talk crazy to somebody because they might fucking hit you."
yeah.
And that's the fucking consequence
Yeah.
of living in the world. Like, they might fucking hit. Nowadays, everybody has phones and stuff like that. But, like, Jorge Masvidal, like, when he smacked Kobe Covington for, like, talking crazy, when he talked about his kids and stuff like that. And I was like, I know them both. I'm like, yeah, he probably deserved it, bro. Like, it was just, like,
Yeah.
Corey grew up in the hood, bro. Like, it's just, you can't do shit like that. There's consequences sometimes when you do shit. Just like if you steal, there's fucking consequences and stuff like that. And then some people you can't talk crazy to about their livelihood or kids, they might fucking slap you, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's what it is.
I was joking about it. Before I came here, I was at a birthday party for my cousin's daughter, and like all my older cousins were there. I'm like the youngest male cousin that's still around, and we were joking about that. And my cousin Chris, he was like, "Remember that time I smacked the crap out of you because you started talking back?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." 100%.
I had one. It was like this jacuzzi party I went to. I was like 27, and like, dude, people were getting drunk and shit like that. And it's just some people I didn't know. And then some people were like just fighting and talking shit. And then like the dude jumped over the fence and ran over there. I was like, "Hey man, like, you really don't want to do this." And they're like, "Why?" I was like, "Bro, I'm a professional fighter. Like, you don't want to do this." And they're like, "I don't care if you're a fucking professional fighter or not." I'm like, "All right, bro, like, I'm down. But just to let you know, like, there's no ref around here, so there's nobody for me to stopping you from taking your life away." And then he stopped. He's like, "Hey, man, honestly, like..."
When you put it
And
like
then he
that,
stopped. I'm being
I'm good.
real. I'm being...
Right.
It's the ref's job not to
Right.
fucking pull you. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I'm being real.
yeah.
At least he stopped.
At least he stopped. And then he calmed down and we talked about it.
You're like,
I
hey-
am super willing to talk about anything, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super easy to fucking talk to. Just don't step over that fucking line.
Kudos to that guy for using his brain for a half a second.
I know, because I feel like, yeah, dude, there's a lot of people that don't want to do it. Dude, yeah. But, dude, we just want to say thank you, man. Plug all your stuff, like, right now. Let's, like, talk more about it.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to silverbackWrestling.com if you're in SoCal, pretty much. And if you want to go to college and want to do things and travel, like, please just hit us up. You know, I'm super easy to reach. Ian Butler MMA on Insta. So, yeah, man, all my sponsors out there, Classic Tattoo, Dave & Buster's, Popeye, my manager, just thank you guys. So, yeah.
When's your next fight?
Oh, May 31st. I'm going to Amsterdam. That's going to be really cool. And I'm going to do like a little clinic tour. I'm going to go to Paris, London. I'll probably go back to next year with Patty, Pimblin, and all those guys to help them get ready for some stuff too. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Mainly, are you mainly doing wrestling now?
Mainly, yeah.
okay.
No, well, jiu-jitsu, all my super fights are jiu-jitsu now.
Okay.
Like, I'm not stepping in the
just the
cage.
grappling world.
Just
Yeah,
grappling.
grappling world.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
getting
awesome.
punched anymore.
Yeah.
My brain's too smart to...
That's
I
very
came out
fair.
unscathed. I'm trying to keep it that way.
Yeah.
And like, I probably increase. I'm 35 now, about to be 36. Increase my career for like 4 or 5 more years, and just doing super fights, going after world titles and grappling for the next 2 to 3 years, and traveling the world doing clinics and just making sure everybody's just good people. That's all.
That's rad.
If they wanted to donate to the nonprofit, is that also on?
Yeah, that's also on our link too. We have a
cool.
donation link as well. So
Awesome.
yeah.
What is it? Silverback.
You weren't just
Wrestling.
listening to him?
No, I was. I was trying to. I was like, so I don't know if I even follow it.
I'm going to get snapped now. Ian, dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That was an awesome time. As always, guys, I will link everything down below, and be a good dude.